Welcome to this year's end-of-year closeout message and student panel discussion, where we gather to reflect upon the remarkable journey we have undertaken together during the 2022-2023 school year. As we bid farewell to the current school year, it is only fitting that we hear directly from our students, the true stars of our community. As your interim superintendent, I recently met with students at Hawthorne Elementary School to ensure that the student voice remains a pivotal part of our district's advancements. My mission is to foster a strong sense of connection and community within Clayton County Public Schools. The dialogue reflects our commitment to student-centered education as we work together to build a better tomorrow today. During the discussion, we explored various topics that have shaped the students' school year, including their perspective on school safety and their academic experiences that will aid their growth as well-rounded students and individuals. We also discussed how we as leaders can create a better enriching educational experience for all scholars. I want to thank Dr. Cynthia James, principal of Hawthorne Elementary, for hosting the group session and for their dedication to making a difference in the lives of our scholars. I also commend Dr. James for being chosen by district leaders as the inaugural Professional Agreement Spotlight recipient. Thanks also to Ms. Renee Morris, Hawthorne's Teacher of the Year, and all Clayton County Public School employees for their contributions to our students' lives and education. More importantly, I express appreciation to those students for joining me and sharing their experiences and great insight as we prepare to close this year and successfully plan for the next. At the end of the panel discussion, you will hear inspiring words from our Miss Aurianna Jordan, the first kid governor representing our school district in Georgia. I look forward to continuing this enlightening journey together as we listen to the inspiring words of these young visionaries and gain a deeper appreciation for the incredible resilience, adaptability, and dedication that our students have demonstrated throughout this year. Thank you to all school leaders, administrators, parents, education partners, and the Board of Education for your tireless efforts in contributing to our scholars' academic achievement. We build a better tomorrow today.
Greetings, I'm Dr. Cynthia A. James, the proud principal of Hawthorne Elementary School, and I am elated. I am excited. I have been selected as the professional spotlight. Woo, me.
And you're quite deserving.
Thank you so very much. So, boys and girls, we have a special guest on today. We would like to welcome our very own Interim Superintendent, Dr. Anthony W. Smith. And boys and girls, Dr. Smith is not only the Interim Superintendent of Clayton County Public Schools, but he is also my friend.
Yes.
And he is here to have a conversation with us on today. And he's going to speak about the end of the year closeout session. And he's going to speak to each one of you. He is going to have an opportunity to ask you all questions. You're going to ask him questions, and he's going to listen to your thoughts, your ideals, and maybe some suggestions, okay? So what we will do next is we will go around the table to introduce ourselves, okay? And then after we finish, Dr. Smith is going to lead the conversation, all right? We will start with Ms. Morris on the end, and she will introduce herself.
Good morning. My name is Renee Morris. I am Hawthorne's 2022-2023 Teacher of the Year. I also serve as the PBIS coach and the tech liaison, and I serve in the wonderful position as a 5th grade teacher.
Good morning. My name is Nicole Sanchez-Carrillo, and I'm in Miss Pelt's 4th grade class.
Hello, my name is Pierre, Carney, and I'm in Miss Bell's 1st grade class.
Hello, my name is Riley. I am Miss Mayomi. I am in Miss Mayomi kindergarten class. Hello, I'm Jayceon and I'm in Miss Campbell's second grade class.
Hello, my name is Lilliana Konsky and I'm in Miss Lynch's fourth grade class.
My name is Marley Jones and I am in fifth grade in Miss Hawkins'
Wonderful, wonderful. Again, I'm Anthony Smith, Interim Superintendent for Clayton County Public Schools. Welcome to this year's end-of-year closeout message with our student panel. We're going to have a great discussion this morning. I am so delighted to be here at Hawthorne Elementary School with our wonderful Spotlight Administrator of the Year, Dr. Cynthia James, and our wonderful Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Morris. And I'm so delighted especially to be here with Lilliana, with Jayceon, with Riley, with Pierre, with Marley, and with Nicole. So I am so excited that we're going to have a great discussion for all of your student colleagues to be able to see and hear about what you consider to be some of the things that we would like to see happen relative to our school system. So I'm all ears this morning. All right, so who are we going to get started with?
Who would like to get started?
All right, Pierre, let's get started with you, my friend.
What has been your biggest career-related achievement to date?
Becoming your interim superintendent and being able to sit right here before my good friend Pierre. That has been my most delightful highlight of my 30-plus year career in public education.
30-plus years, sir?
Yes, 30-plus years.
Wow.
What has been your personal secret to a successful career as a superintendent?
Hard work. Hard work. Long hours, hard work, dedication, and treating people fairly. Treating people fairly. My mom taught me that. Thank you for that question.
You're welcome, sir.
What is a typical day like as an interim superintendent?
Well, I get phone calls early in the morning like I did on my way over to Hawthorne this morning from colleagues, board members, people that desire to want to know what's going on with the school system. And we try to make certain that we have a good, smooth day with our 52,000 students and 7,000 employees. So I, quite busy. So long days, long nights from time to time. I have to go to a lot of meetings. I have to have a lot of discussions. And at this time of the year, we're doing a lot of planning for next year. We got a lot of good new people on my staff and within my new organizational chart that the board has been so gracious to support me on. And we meet all the time throughout the day talking about how we can have a phenomenal school year for students like you for next year. So that's kind of how my day goes.
Yeah.
And my last question is, what are some of the challenges of being an interim superintendent of Clayton County Public Schools?
Well, we just want to make certain that everybody is safe. You know, I'm always concerned about the safety of our students and our staff, and that's always paramount with me as I do my day-to-day duties. But I have quite a few challenges. I'm trying to make certain that we have enough money to get all of the wonderful things that I know that you students deserve. Meeting with key people around the state to advocate for Clayton County Public School and its students, reaching out and meeting with community members and engaging them and getting them to fully support the school system, working with key entities throughout the community like our city municipalities, our county government, our various mayors, our judges, our law enforcement people. It's a lot of challenges trying to make certain that we have wonderful relationships with all of these entities so they can fully support the school system to ensure its success. Great questions.
What would you do to help with the discipline for the next school year?
Oh, that's a great question,
Great
Jayceon.
question.
Great question. Now, Dr. Smith believes in students' behavior.
Yes.
Trust me, that's first and foremost. And I know that all the students that are sitting around this table are very well-behaved students. And, we have to behave because education is so important. It will determine how successful you will be in life. So I take that real serious as your interim superintendent. So we've established some things around the district for elementary level students and for secondary level students, meaning our middle and high school students, to make certain that there's not a lot of disruptions. with our students when they are in school, in classrooms, engaging in their lessons. So in the event that somebody comes to school and they're in a bad mood or having a bad day and they feel like they want to act out, we got an opportunity for them to be moved from the classroom and go to what we call at the elementary school an opportunity room. And it's just that. It's an opportunity for you to readjust your behavior, readjust your attitude while continuing to engage in your lessons. And then when the teacher and various key people at the school deem that that person is ready now to enter back into that classroom environment and work amongst great fellow students like y'all, that's what we do. And then it gives us an opportunity for you wonderful students to continue your instruction uninterrupted. So that's one of the things that we're doing relative to discipline, and we kind of get a little bit more serious about it when they become middle and high school students, because the older they get, we think that they should know much better than when they're at your age. So we kind of get a little tougher with the older kids, but we show them love. We always show them love. Even when they make bad decisions, we want to provide supports to ensure that they learn from those bad decisions and that bad behavior and become better students. But your interim superintendent is going to be a little tough on bad students now. We're not going to tolerate that. We're about the business of educating children, and we want you to have the greatest opportunity for success relative to your education, so you can go out and make your parents very proud because you got with you a solid education.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for that question, Jayceon.
Yes.
Why do you think your job is really important?
Oh, because, I mean, students like y'all, you know, if I don't go out there and fight to ensure that you have a great education experience, I mean, that's so important. And I take that so seriously, you know, and it's one of the most important jobs really in the world. In the world. Education is so important. And if we don't have a solid education system, and if we don't have a solid education citizens out there, then we might not be a very successful country. So education is paramount when you're talking about having a viable country that is successful like the United States of America, which we all are, Americans.
Yes.
So I have a very important job. Thank you for that.
Why does kindergarten not have a gifted program for super smart students or receive A and B honor roll?
Oh, that's a great
That's
question.
a great question,
That's
sir.
a great question. And you know what? We need to think about that. We need to rethink how we structure kindergarten and how we highlight its success, particularly with our high-achieving students. And it's my goal to make certain that we highlight hard-working students and their accomplishments at all levels, even pre-K. So you know what? You got me thinking about that, Riley. And if a change happens in this system, you might just be the person responsible for that happening. So you are an important person.
Yes.
We're going to go back and I'm going to take that concern that you shared with me to our team. And we're going to chat about it. And I'm going to let your principal know what we come up with. But I like the fact that you're pushing on us a little bit about rethinking how we celebrate gifted and talented students. Okay?
Would it be possible to have a school soccer ball team?
A school soccer team. Is that what I'm hearing you say for elementary?
Yeah.
Guess what? Starting next year, you know we did elementary basketball for the first, this is a new thing. We might very well be the only school system in the metro Atlanta area, or possibly the entire state of Georgia, to have a real elementary basketball program.
Yes.
They have a regular season, they have a playoff system, they have beautiful cheerleaders cheering them on, and they have championship games, and it is packed. The parents are so enthused. The athletes, the young gifted athletes, are just so, they work so hard to be able to make the team and showcase their talent. And we have that right here in Clayton County. Guess what? We're going to have an elementary soccer program for boys and girls starting next year. You'll be a fifth grader, and I'm sure you're going to be one of the stars on that team for Hawthorne. And our athletic director, Mr. Gary Townsend, is working diligently with the team to put all of that in place to make certain you have your uniforms, your equipment, and all of that. But in addition to elementary soccer, guess what else, Mr. Gary Townsend, our athletic director, along with Mr. Paul Scott, one of our directors for health and physical education and auxiliary sports, we're going to have an elementary track program as well for boys and girls. So you'll be able to participate in basketball, you'll be able to participate in soccer, and you'll be able to participate in track, giving our wonderful students lots to do. Yes. Because don't you want to stay busy? Yes. That's the key. You know, you work hard in school, in your classes, and you want to have a little fun. You want to be able to participate on teams that you can showcase your talent, be with your classmates, and build camaraderie with your fellow students and your fellow teammates. And Dr. Smith, along with my team and the support of the Board of Education, we're implementing a lot of extracurricular programming, starting with the elementary schools, but we're also not going to leave out the middle schools. So as you matriculate on up to the middle school level, you'll continue to be able to play middle school soccer because we're going to have it at the middle schools as well. So it'll be seamless. You start at the elementary, you get better at the middle school, and you become superstars at the high school. That's how we're going to do it here in Clayton County. Thank you for that question. I hope you're excited about that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nicole.
Great question, Nicole.
Yes, indeed. Great question.
Ms. Marley, do you have a question? Just fine.
Our wonderful teacher of the year.
Look, I do. Well, I had one with initiatives, but I think the students took that one from me because you talked about some initiatives, of course, with the OR room and then with the athletics. So I'll move to the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Comparing CCPS's test data, so example, the map, to national levels. As A teachers, it's devastating sometimes to look at the scores and see that sometimes they're lower.
Yes.
Understanding that we do not have a county of underperforming educators, what are your plans to motivate, encourage, retain, and support teachers with bridging the gaps with test scores across different districts and also nationally?
Great question, teacher of the year. Great question. Of course, that keeps me up at night trying to tackle just that question that you posed to me. I can tell you that academic achievement comes second to safety relative to our priorities. It's that important. That's what we're about. That's our core work, is to educate students, is to get students learning at the highest possible levels. So we've hired some new people on our team. We have a phenomenal Deputy Superintendent for Teaching and Learning and Strategic Improvement, Dr. Delphia Young. She's surrounding herself with talented educators and administrators. The Board of Education has given me an opportunity to reorganize and build for greater success. The academic team is embarking on a 3-day retreat immediately after we graduate our students next week, and they're going to delve into planning, and we're going to roll out an academic plan like you've never seen before. Awesome. We're going to reduce the number of testing that we've been pushing in on the classroom teachers, and we're going to try to be more strategic about how we align the curriculum to our efforts in the classroom. Many more strategies that we're going to employ. But I will allow, if you will allow for us to organize that and roll it out in a more organized fashion this summer, which will require lots of training. Yes. Now, I hope our teachers are up for it because we've determined one of the things that your interim superintendent did when I first took on this role was we implemented audits. And not just all of our various departments, but also in every school. We've had key, smart, former superintendents that have a plethora of knowledge about how good school district should operate, and they've brought to us some very important information as a result of all of those audits. So we're going to have to rethink how we apply our teaching strategies as we move forward. Lots to come on that. And as a matter of fact, we're going to have some YouTube series that speaks specifically to our academic platform that we're going to be rolling out for next year. So thank you for that question, Ms. Teacher of the Year.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, do you have questions of them?
sir?
Yeah, I do. You know, of course, if my, out of my, let me tell these wonderful students about my 5 priorities. The board gave me an opportunity to start the year and kind of build something. So we wanted to build something based on some guidelines. And those guidelines are what we call our priorities. And as we think about how we apply resources to our initiatives, we try to do that with those priorities in mind. And first and foremost is safety. Safety and culture. I want to make certain that Nicole comes to school and goes home safe. I want to make certain that little Mr. Pierre comes to school, have a wonderful time, is not bullied, and goes home safe. I want to make certain that the principal, the teacher of the year, and its staff comes to school, work hard for our students, and go home to their families safe. And I also want the students and the staff to have a rich experience every day you come to one of our campuses. So that's why when we say safety and culture are so important, I want our teachers to be elated about being employed with Clayton County Public Schools. We're rolling out a lot of new compensation that we're giving our staff members to keep them motivated, to let them know that we appreciate the hard work that they are doing. We've given a $2,500 retention bonus to our students to come back and continue to share their dedication with the students right here in Clayton County, and we're going to pour into our teachers even at a greater rate relative to compensation and training. And of course, academic achievement is my second priority because that's our core business. That's what we're about, teaching and learning for wonderful, bright minds like the kids sitting around this table. And of course, we have to be smart financially. So financial stability is very important. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to bring to the board a tentative budget to make certain that we can pay for all the things that I'm asking the board to support and approve for wonderful students and staff members like people sitting at this table. And of course, the board has allowed for me to do some organizational structure change. We feel like we have to become more updated relative to our various departments and how we run them and how we structure them, and of course new facilities. You know, we got some old stuff around here, and we want to make certain that the students right here in Clayton County, like y'all, have the best like folks around other communities have. So those are my priorities. So as I talk about my work and as I plan for the school year, is centered around those priorities. I make just one special comment. I would like to thank our kid governor, Aurianna, which is a student right here at Hawthorne Elementary in Clayton County, Georgia, representing all of the students across the state as our kid governor, supporting our governor, Brian Kemp. And you know what? We're going to see if Aurianna can get our governor to come and visit us here in Clayton County. And it'll be great if he came here to Hawthorne Elementary School. Aurianna, our kid governor, we're going to work on that. But I just want to thank her for being selected and being such a talented student and serving not only Hawthorne, but Clayton County Public Schools in such a grand fashion as our kid governor. Isn't that amazing?
Georgia. All of Georgia.
So thank you for allowing me to mention that.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, and I just want to thank Nicole, I want to thank Marley, I want to thank Pierre, I want to thank Riley, Jayceon, and Lilliana. I want to thank our teacher of the year, and I want to thank this phenomenal principal, Dr. Cynthia James, and allowing for me to be with y'all this morning. Yes. What a great Friday morning for me. Hard job I have, I really do. But boy, these are times that I treasure. Yes. So thank y'all. I hope y'all have a phenomenal day today. I understand that you got a lot of school programs, honors programs, and all of that going on today. And I hope y'all have a phenomenal weekend. And if I don't see you before next Wednesday, have a safe and enjoyable, wonderful summer. Yes. All right? Thank y'all.
Well, I thought about how A lot of people get harassed in different schools. It may not just be my school, but it could be a lot of different other schools. So student safety was one because it's really important that you have safety between students and different staff members and like teachers and stuff. And student engagement was because a lot of elementary schools don't really have clubs, but most middle schools and high schools do. So I was trying to give elementary schools a chance to have clubs like middle schools and high schools. And beautification was to help clean up the community because some people just like throwing trash all around and just don't want to pick it up. So it's kind of nice just to pick up trash so our community could look nice. The most rewarding experience was inspiring other people to challenge themselves and to go higher and above and beyond. And just seeing how students get inspired and how they show that they are ready and to go high. The teachers and all the staff members. They're really nice and helpful, and it's just really fun to hang out with them too. I want to be an advocate because I don't think there's a lot of those, and people just say that, oh, it's so boring, but they don't really think about it and how important that it is. As a student governor, I was chosen, and it's basically where students get to vote so they know how voting is for like different people, because not a lot of kids get to vote because you got to be 18 or above. So it gives students like a chance to vote to see how it is and all the registration things and all that stuff. And I inspire the students to be leaders in the world and to learn how to grow into being into one. Well, my teacher saw it in me that I had a chance to become one, so she actually put my name in for it, and a lot of students voted for me, and I went against other students that went in to be kid governor. The best thing I probably did as student governor was seeing other students, meeting other students. Because not all regular students get to go and visit other schools and go talk to other children and go tell them that this is how it is. One thing that I like about Clayton County Public Schools are the students. They see in other people that you can become this, you can do this. Some students may just think that, oh, I can't do this or do that, but they really don't know that they can. They don't put enough effort into it.